This is the new Toyota Land Cruiser L250, and in this video I'm going to find out exactly how tough it is. Whoa, whoa, oh, come on! I'm going to use it to bully the assistant to the chief engineer. Thank you. I'm also going to drive it around town and annoy some locals. What do you think of it? I will launch it to see how quick it is from 0 to 60 miles an hour, and I'll show you what's good about it.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
What's not so good about it?
Honestly, I haven't been shagging sheep.
And of course, I'm going to talk you around the exterior, the interior, and see how practical it is. I'm Matt Watson, you're watching Car Wow. Let's start this video by talking about the design of the new Toyota Land Cruiser. They've gone for like a boxy, rugged look, a bit like a Suzuki Jimny and a G-Wagon. I really like it. Squared off at the back, square tail lights, huge flat back window, should give you good rearward visibility. Big Toyota logo on the back, proudly says Land Cruiser. Chunky bumpers, and no messing around with fake exhaust pipes. Look at this, this is so old school, this exhaust pipe. Right, let's move down the side. So wheel sizes start at 18, rise to 20s. You've got this bowl crease along the side, once again making it look boxy. Huge windows, should give a good view out. Tough roof bars, running boards, two-tone handles. We've got massive chunky squared off door mirrors. Very utilitarian, but in a cool way. Love the front of it. Like the design of the grille, once again with the Toyota logo. Just like classic Land Cruisers. Cool LED lights. Yeah, I like it a lot. Big flat bonnet as well. Seems like a tough car. Toyota hasn't confirmed the pricing just yet, but I reckon it's going to start from about £55,000 to £60,000. Is it worth it? Here on the inside, it's got quite a cool chunky dash design. Squidgy materials on the top, soft leatherette here. The things do get a little bit scratchy and cheap there, though these areas are padded so that when you're off-roading you don't bash your knees on them. Now some of the materials down here do get a little bit cheaper feeling, and lower down here on the door bins. But the window ledges are soft, which is handy because that's where you put your arms when you're just driving, and this is quite nice and soft and yielding for your elbows as well. One of the things I really like is that Toyota's refrained from putting loads of controls in the touchscreen. Everything is operated pretty much through normal buttons. They've been designed to be big enough and chunky enough that you can use them when you're wearing gloves. I don't have any gloves with me, so I'm going to do it like this. So look, I can operate my heated seat quite easily. I can do the temperature for the climate, the fan. I can turn the mode select there, no problem. I can operate the high and low range gearbox selector there. I can turn the audio knob there. I can operate everything with my weird jumper glove. Anyhow, the infotainment system is actually pretty decent. This one's running Apple CarPlay at the moment. You've obviously got Android Auto, both are wireless. And I'm using a special off-road map. So if you don't want to use normal like Google Maps or the car's sat nav, you can get this special app which will actually give you certain routes and off-road tracks which you don't have with Google Mapping. You've got a digital driver's display with lots of information, and you can swipe through different modes and views, and it will show things like the angle of your car on the approach, the departure, and all that kind of stuff as well. It's quite refreshing in here with all the buttons. I mean, just look, buttons. And more if you just give me this camera. You can see there, look, buttons. And let me show you this, a huge rear view mirror. Hello, hi. Very, very handy. Driving position is good as well, so this one's got electric seats, and you have an electrically operated steering column, which seems very, very premium. The leather that you get in this particular car doesn't feel quite so expensive though, but it's all right. But the seats themselves, nice and comfortable. In terms of practicality, the door bins are an all right size, and there's like the front part, the rear part there as well. Some storage under here, and if you listen to this, cool box. I'll just turn that off because it makes a bit of a racket. You've got cup holders there, wireless charging there, and they're not scrimping on the USB connectivity there. Look, 1, 2, 3, and you've got HDMI. See what's in here. It's a glove box, it's packed full. Let's take everything out of it, see what we've got in here. Oh, fire extinguisher. So there's not much room in there because of that fire extinguisher. Now let's just check out the huge sun visor, which is handy. This material on the sun visors isn't particularly good, and the headlining feels a bit on the cheap side. It's my only complaint really here in the front. Let me just check one thing. Yeah, those switches all feel nicely damped. That's good. And we have paddle shifters for the gearbox, which I'll probably never use. Here in the back seats, there's not masses of room, but there's enough room. Look, knee room's fine, and this seat is in my usual driving position. Headroom's fine. People over 6 foot will have no problem at all. This window ledge is nice and low, so you get a great view out. Also, there's some pockets on the seat backs for storing stuff, and the door bins here are a reasonable size. Rear window test, go all the way down. Yeah, baby! That's a win for me. This isn't though. Exposed cup holders. I always hate that. I wish I'd just have a cover on them. This is good though. No, it's not. I was going to show you how it had like, this would fold down for through loading, but it doesn't. Oh well. Anyway, now if you need to carry 3 people in the back at once, this middle seat is a little bit higher up and a little less comfy, and this huge transmission tunnel means that you have to sit with your legs like that, man spreading. But there is enough headroom here in the middle. Another thing that I like is this, ISOFIX anchor points. Once you pull this up, very easy to get to. Though, you'll notice the rear doors don't open all that wide, so it's going to be a little bit harder to manoeuvre a baby seat in. Back here, I've got climate control. Look, there we go. Down here, 2 USBs and the old school 12 volter. Now this is a 5-seat version, but you can get a 7-seater. So I'm going to show you how to get into the back. Now, you pull this forward like that. Oops, I'll just take this out of there. Right, now the seat is in that position, I can electrically push the rear seats up. I really like the mechanism for this. Look, the way the base just folds out. It's really quite nice. Come on, fold out. Oh yeah, satisfying. What's less satisfying is that you absolutely have to fold this seat forward like that to be able to put the seat up, otherwise it just doesn't work. There's switches in the back of the boot, so you can do it from the rear as well. Now, I'm going to move this out the way. Bear with me. Right, let me put that one up as well. I have to keep my finger on it, which is annoying. Frustrating that is. What I'm going to do now is pull the seat in front of me back down so you can see exactly how much space there is or isn't here in the very back. Okay, right, there we go. Then pull this. Come on. Right, and whoever's sitting there is going to want to recline it a bit. So this is okay-ish for knee room. The problem is I'm sitting rather close to the floor. There's no under thigh support. It's a little bit like I'm in a stress position. Might be a bit better if I'm going to have to move over here to do this. There we go. And go back. Headroom's a little on the tight side, but it is doable back here. I don't think it's completely terrible. You've got some decent sized rear windows as well. And what else we've got here? I can move, there is a button here that suggests that I'm able to move the seat forward and backwards. What does it do? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I'm learning as I go. This one doesn't work. This one works. That's weird. If it works on both sides, I'd say that this is quite a cool feature. I think it's all right here in the back, and look, I've got some USB-Cs just there. Not bad. The boot capacity of this new Toyota Land Cruiser is 408 litres, which doesn't sound that big. And I'm not sure about that number, because when you look at it, it seems way bigger than that. Maybe that's for the 7-seater version with the 7 seats in place. I don't know, because this looks like a huge usable boot space. What's a bit annoying is this, so when you're like loading things in and out, you end up like bashing your leg on there, but other than that, it's quite easy to slide things in and out. Obviously, we've got all our kit in here right now. I want to show you under here. There's not much, just a few little areas there. And you can see that this is designed to be available as a 7-seater because you've got cup holders back here and USB-Cs there, but we just don't have the rearmost seats in this particular car. What we do have is a 220 volt, 100 watt accessory plug. If you want to fold down these rear seats, you have to lean in, it's quite a way, and then do this, come on. Friggin', I'm just gonna have to walk around. Come on. Oh, there's another lever just down here, which I can operate it with. There we go. Oh, this is frustrating. Bear with me. And there you go. And it's sort of old school tumbling middle seats, and I just hurt my hand doing that. Ow. And that brings me on to 5 annoying things about this new Land Cruiser. There's a little gap between the wheel arch and the door panel there. Can you see that? It means if you go driving through some muddy puddles, that spray can enter that gap and it ends up on this bit of trim. And then if you're just dealing with something inside the car like that, you're going to end up leaning against it and getting dirt all over your trousers. How do I know? That's how I know. Honestly, I haven't been out in the fields just shagging sheep. That's not why that mess is there. I haven't been shagging sheep. You can get this car with an optional panoramic glass roof, which is good. However, I don't seem to be able to just open the blind without opening the roof. I'm going to press this to open the blind. And it opens the roof. Why are you opening the roof? It's great that it opens, but now if I just want the roof shut with the blind back, then I have to do, no, it's not that button. Is it this one? There we go, that'll put that back. Okay, and then to shut the blind, that's the blind button, but it's not. I don't know what's going on. That seems like the wrong button. Now I'm shutting the blind with that one. It's all a bit confusing. Now this could be because this is a prototype car, so they haven't fully like set it up. I don't know. I hope so. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? Look, so if I press that one, does that just open the blind? See, that one says it's going to open the roof, but this one opens the blind. Okay, it's definitely because it's a prototype. Other than that, I do like the features of having this nice big glass roof which you can open. I don't know what it is with Toyota and the fact that they don't like to have automatically unlocking fuel covers. Look, door's open, so why can't I open that? No, you have to go in here, pull this thing there, and then we're good. Yay. The heated seats on this car don't get very warm. For instance, maximum 3 bars is essentially 1 bar on pretty much any other car. The low cover is nice and easy to remove. Problem is, there's no storage for it underneath the false floor. Look, won't fit in there. So that means...
Oh no!
Thankfully, this car has plenty of cool features to help make up for all this. The rear window opens separately to the tailgate. Now you might think that like on other vehicles, there's a little button that you press behind here, but there's not. The button is actually here to open it. And you might think that's a bit silly, isn't it? But it's not. You see, on many other cars, as they get older, that button actually goes because water gets in there, the connection breaks. And if you have the button in there, you have to remove this whole assembly to get to it. Believe me, I've got an old Porsche Cayenne. That was a problem. Took ages to do. It was quite an expensive fix. It means that if that button breaks, you just have to remove that bit. Much, much easier. And it's really handy, look. You can just chuck stuff in then. The torsional rigidity of this car's ladder frame chassis is increased by 50% over the old Toyota Land Cruiser. Now they've achieved that by using 11.9 meters of structural adhesive plus 84 individual spot welds. They actually use a big bank of robots to do the welding. That looks so sci-fi. You've got a proper spare wheel and it's slung underneath the car rather than inside the boot so that it doesn't eat into interior space. This car's got some proper off-road tech. So you've got a switchable low-range gearbox. You've also got a central locking diff. You can get it with a rear locking diff. You've also got a front sway bar which you can decouple for better chassis articulation when you're driving off-road. And it's got a special rock crawling cruise control. So you press this button and it actually crawl the car along at a very slow pace, just automatically. You can also use that for your hill descent control, but you can also use the hill descent control in high range mode, and you can increase the speed by toggling this dial here. You can actually have it controlled downhill at up to 30 miles an hour, which is kind of crazy. You can get it in this amazing sand color with a white roof. I think it looks absolutely brilliant in this spec. Such a cool looking vehicle. There is just one engine available with this new Toyota Land Cruiser. It's a 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel with 204 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox with permanent 4-wheel drive. There will be a mild hybrid version along later with 48-volt capability. I don't really know anything about that because Toyota hasn't said anything. Let's have a little drive of this new Land Cruiser in town. A very pretty town in northern Scotland. You know, this is the kind of place for a vehicle like this because when you head out into the Highlands, you're going to need that all-wheel drive off-road capability. But how can it cope when you're just driving around the town? Well, it's fairly easy. Visibility is actually really good. So the dash is quite low, so the view forward's great. Huge door mirrors. Look at the size of those. I can see the entire world in them. Yeah, the back's quite good as well. The window line, that is quite low. One thing I just need to check out though is the turning circle. So interestingly, the turning circle on this is 12.8 meters, which is slightly bigger than it was on the old Prado. So can I make it round? I'm annoying people already. There's not many folk about and already they're impatient and I'm having to go up the curb. Now it's still a better turning circle than a Land Rover Defender, but it's not quite as good as a Jeep Wrangler. That is one of the great things though about having a capable off-roader like this. Sort of broke a few rules by mounting the curb and I'd have failed my driving test, but you can get round. Actually, this steering is really nice and light because for the first time ever, the Land Cruiser has electric power steering. So people might complain that electric power steering systems do not have as much feel, but it doesn't matter in a 4x4. There's something else I want to experience as well. See, when you're going slowly, you get the surround view cameras up, which is really handy when you're navigating through tight spaces. You don't want to scuff your bodywork on things. Look, it's going to keep me safe. It's actually really good, and I can see underneath it as well exactly where my wheels are going. That is obviously more useful off-roading, but it does still have a benefit here in town. I've got a feeling this is one way, but let's just dodge the bus. Get into a right old mess here. That's one of the things about a vehicle like this. It sort of gives you a false sense of security that you're almost invincible, like the Hilux, as you're driving down the road. Now, one thing to note, because this car is built as a traditional 4x4 with a separate ladder frame chassis, you always get that slightly kind of agricultural feeling to how the car drives over bumps. There's always a little bit of shake and shimmy. It's not terrible. This car's independent wishbone suspension up front, though there is a rigid axle on the back. Let's have a look and find out what some of the locals think of this car. Hello. Hello. You're right. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I've got a new car, it's a new Toyota. What do you think of it? It's lovely. You see a lot of Land Rovers around here. What do you think of this compared to a Land Rover? I've no idea. You've no idea?
It looks smashing.
It'd be good for what you're doing today.
Yeah.
I mean, that's practical enough, but this, honestly.
Well, this is great.
All right, bye-bye. Just randomly bother people. Like I was saying, when you compare this to something like an SUV, such as a BMW X5, it just doesn't feel as comfortable as you go down the road. And it doesn't feel as comfortable as a Land Rover Defender, which doesn't have an old school ladder frame chassis, it has a monocoque. But overall, you know, this is still comfortable enough, and we'll see exactly just how capable it is off-road in a minute. I do like the way that just pops up whenever you start slowing down. See how close I can get to them, freak them out. Ah, it auto braked because it thought I was going to crash. It's got all the safety systems. There's so many Land Rovers around here. This is the kind of place that people have four-wheel drive vehicles absolutely everywhere, be it old ones or slightly more modern ones which seem to be slammed. Oh dear, maybe the air suspension's failed. That's one thing about the Toyota Land Cruiser. It does have a better reputation for being able to not only get you out into the wilderness, but also bring you back. Oh look, a Suzuki Jimny. We're heading off into the Highlands now. I mean, look at these views, absolutely beautiful. This is the River Dee. We'll see how this thing copes on slightly faster roads. Put my foot down. Plenty of torque from this engine actually, but it does still have a slightly agricultural feel to it, a bit grumbly. When you compare it to the smoother 6-cylinder diesel you can get in a Land Rover Defender, no, it's not as nice as the 6-cylinders you can get in the German SUVs as well. That's one of the problems you have with a 4-cylinder diesel, especially one with a slightly larger capacity. They can be a touch rattly. The new 8-speed automatic transmission is all right though. It kicks down pretty quickly, it's fairly responsive. The handling is actually pretty good. You know, it goes around corners all right. There's a bit of body lean, but it feels fairly together. And it's definitely better than the Hilux that's in front of me. But you can hear that diesel, can't you? Listen. That's the only thing that's a bit annoying, because other than that, it feels comfortable in terms of the seat, the suspension's okay, just the occasional little, and there's not too much wind or road noise. I thought there'd be loads of wind noise from those massive door mirrors, but got the radar working, so it won't let me get too close to the car in front. We've got the lane keeping assist on there, it's on now. Don't know if it's going to be able to do this. No chance. Gotta say, this thing actually drives really nicely. I'm impressed. Oh, here we go. As the speed builds up, I'm getting a bit of wind noise just from around those big mirrors, but it's not too bad. Right, that is the end of the road section. We're gonna do a little bit of off-roading now. We're gonna start off steady, going over a trail, and then we're gonna kind of ramp it up and see how this thing copes with some serious Scottish mud.
A few moments later.
So we've forgotten to do a very key thing. We need to launch this car, so we've come up this bloody track. And now I'm having to reverse all the way back down. This reversing camera is bloody good. I remember back in the day, like looking over your shoulder, and you sort of, in fact, I could do it this way. I wonder if this is better actually. I can see out the back window, but no, actually it's not. I don't think it is as good. No, I don't trust that. I think all those years of playing computer games as a kid has played off, because I can do this no problem at all. See, Dad, you were wrong. It wasn't a waste of time. I just hope no one comes the other way. Is that the edge of a cliff? It feels like it might be the edge of a cliff, but it's not, is it? Is that just a weird distortion on there? You might want to look, Lewis, because if I make a miscalculation here, we could both die. Does it just look like a road?
I think it's just the camera.
Doesn't it look like that's the edge of a cliff?
Yeah, it does.
That freaks me out. This Land Cruiser is so new that Toyota haven't actually homologated it yet, which means there's no official 0 to 60 mile an hour time. So I'm going to do it for them with my specialist timing gear. Here we go. Brake boost. Come on. Come on. It's not quick. And there we go. 10.09 seconds. It's actually okay, that is, considering what this car is designed to do. Anyway, there you go, Toyota. No need to homologate it now. I've done the job for you. You're welcome. Now let's do a brake test from 60 miles an hour. Anything under 35 meters is good. 36 meters, damn. It's okay. I suppose it is a big, heavy truck. Right, we're heading back off-road again, and this feels like the perfect terrain to see what this vehicle's like when you sort of go into rally mode. Toyota are all about the rallying, aren't they? This is where you're happy you've got a Toyota, because you know it's tough enough to deal with some abuse. Oh wait. Whoa, 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 no, 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 we don't want you. Come on. We've got a special off-road sat-nav system. I think we still want to go straight on. There we go. No, just done with that. Don't go into a pillar. Done. Come on. No, what? Stop it. That's it. Yeah, so this app just can direct you on off-road tracks. It's just not the smoothest system in the world, as you can see. But this is fun going up here. The suspension's dealing with it really well, actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The mud was sort of dragging it across. Oh! Now, Toyota have 4 of these Land Cruisers for the international launch, and we've been told that we need to bring them back in one piece. So as you can see, I'm taking extra special care of this car. Wait! Can't see. Can see. Efficient windscreen wipers, that's what I like. Look, hardly any smearage. This is so much fun. This is the kind of off-roading I like. The slow crawly stuff can be a bit dull, but this is mega. Whoa! Whoa! Sorry, Lewis. Do you want to go? Oh, we're here. Classic. Sorry. Right, so we're now about to embark on a little bit more extreme off-roadiness. I'm just going to pull up, go into off-road mode, and I can select the different modes between dirt, sand, mud, deep snow. Yeah, let's go for dirt. Whack this into neutral, pull it down. I'm now in low range 4-wheel drive. Then I'm going to lock my central differential, but I'm going to keep my rear locking diff in reserve. Let's go. Well, that's really handy. Now I'm in off-road mode, it's changed the view of that, so I can see down the side of the vehicle and right underneath the front of it as well. It's also showing my angles, ascent, descent, and lateral angle as well. Yeah. Oh, hell. Blimey. Now you're supposed to go quite slowly through here, but we're against the clock because I've got to get to a location, do some more filming on this car, and then get to a hardcore off-road track. And then I've got to get catch a flight back. That was something that was really interesting just then. I just barreled into like a ditch. What would have happened if I had hydraulic power steering? It would have kicked back through my hands, but because it's electric, I felt it sort of like dumb down the effect or fight against the effect of the kickback through the steering wheel, so I didn't really feel that much through my hands. That's a clear benefit of electric power steering. I feel sorry for the tyres. They are getting absolute beating. Oh no. There's someone in front of us. They will need to let us past. Oh, brutal. Oh, there's 2 lots of people ahead of us. Ow, frig. Yeah, this is getting a little bit gnarly. Oh, this thing is tough. Now, I'm very keen to put it through its paces by driving it quite aggressively. I mean, look. Who are these guys? Are they in our crew? Will they let me past? If they could just ease over onto the side, they might be able to. Can't we just let me past? Must be doing the head in. If they just pull over there, I'm here to help you. Say thank you. Thank you. It's the assistant to the chief engineer. We're testing your car. We're going quickly. It's very tough. It's the guy who's responsible for building it. See you soon. We just bullied him off the road. It's a bit cringe. Whoa! To be fair, we're going quite slow. This is really key here because there's a rock down there I really don't want to hit. Look, that's helping. That's it, they can see it there. Oh, that saved my bacon, that did. Such a useful system there. I'm pretty sure Land Rover did it first, but now let's see if we can bully these guys out the way. We'll probably do that and find out it's blooming Akio Toyota in there. Hopefully not. I'm pretty sure if it was Akio, we'd be going a lot faster than we are. Hello, black Land Cruiser.
It's me, Matt. Do you want to get past?
Is that Jordan from Auto Express?
Yep.
I don't know why the signal's so bad. Is there? Look. Oh God, what are we doing? This is chaos.
Do you want to get past, Matt?
I don't think this is the right place to. Let's move a bit more forward. Okay, this is looking a bit better. What do you reckon, Lewis? So are we going to roll down the mountain and die?
Sure, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, we're not going to do it here. We're too frightened.
Right, if I try to go to the right, you're going to try to go round.
Yes. Right, let me put this down because this is high risk. We've got this. Let's say thank you. Thank you. Sorry for bullying you off the road. We're just bullying the chief engineer off the road as well. Don't think we're very popular. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to end up breaking this and it's going to be a case of the hare and the tortoise. One thing we do have to be wary of is a puncture on the tyres because these rocks are sharp and if you go quickly there is a risk that that could happen. Oh, look, classic. There's a good place just there where we could have passed. Well, this is a bit of a... Oof. It's a technical term that in off-roading land. In off-roading parlance, the obstacle. Wow, this is a good bit. No problem. Hey, that's no problem, lad. How you feeling, Lewis? Are you alright?
Right. Yeah.
A bit shaken about a bit.
That's jiggling about.
Yeah, exactly. You can really feel it. It's going to make you want to go on a diet.
Oh, yeah.
See, the Toyota Land Cruiser is good for your health. It focuses your mind on losing your flabby bits. Oh, this is proper, this is. Slow this bit down, I think. Blimey. I've made poor Lewis go outside in the rain. This is quite a sharp rock. Let's watch this. Oh, I'm tempted to just leave Lewis out there.
No! God, please, no! No!
Oh, I so wanted to do that. Notice a bit of a problem with surround view cameras. Lewis?
Yeah.
Lewis?
Yeah.
Lewis?
Yeah.
Could you just wipe your finger across the camera at the front to get the raindrops off it? Oh, beautiful. Look at that. I've got a nice clean image. There we go. Let's traverse this rock. Look, I can see exactly where my wheels are going to go. Oh. I'll let him back in. Come on. Oh. Are you ready? Oh. Oh. That sent the whole system into shock. We all right? You all right, car? No? You're not happy about that, are you? You don't know what to do. Let's everybody take a moment and have a little look to see what's happened to the car. We're all right this side. We're all right outside. I don't think I've got the right footwear for this. I haven't really planned this very well, have I? So for low, MTS. Let's go to the camera view, make sure it's all okay. Yeah. I'll touch that. There we go. Operator error. Wow, I mean, look at this. I've gone from the forest to just this barren landscape. Right, we're doing the descent now. I want to try something. So this has got hill descent control. Then I changed the speed using this. See if it'll crawl me down the hill. So this is high speed. Oh yeah, and that's low speed. Wow, that's really slow. That's enough of that, it's too slow. Do you want to try it? Have you driven on anything like this?
Oh, never done it. I just know.
Well, why don't you have a go?
Okay.
Well, that's reassuring. You can't even climb into the car, so I'm not sure about you driving it. Also, what's going on here? Why have you got your seat cooled?
It's hot. I've got my coat on. It's hot.
Have you got a sweaty arse or something?
Maybe.
Ow!
Oh yeah, there's a camera there. Do you want me to move it?
No, it's all right. I'm
Sure.
kind of with it now because I went near the camera and then I moved away from it. And you were going over a rock and I my head off there. That's one thing, that is awfully close to your head where that is. Normally it's behind it. Ow! And again it's in the head. How do you cope with? Do you just sit forwards?
Yeah, just got to try and stay still.
It must be really good for your core.
I haven't got one.
You haven't got one. Yeah. It's really funny. I cannot see what it says on your dials from here. It's almost got like some film on it. Like, so from here I cannot see a thing. And I think that's great because I don't like it when I'm driving with Joe in the car. She'll always be looking over at the speedo and going, "Are you going too quick?" You're going quicker than me, mate.
I'm not, trust me.
It must feel terrifying when I'm driving there. So this is the river we're going to cross. Each vehicle is allotted one crossing. And so I let Lewis cross the river. You can cross the river.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You got to get out and film it though.
Getting dirt all over your trousers. I think I've got the right footwear for this. Run, Lewis, run. I'm not sure he's going to get across with that as well as.
I'm going to need my wellies to cross.
Go get your wellies. I think this build-up is probably going to result in overall disappointment for the actual experience. The reason we can only cross it once is for protecting the environment. You don't want the trucks going to and from too many times. Where is he bloody going? Where have you sent him to?
Sorry?
Where's he going?
Here, if you go, it's got in your boots.
Does it?
Yes.
You shouldn't have told him that. That would have been funny.
Yes.
Oh.
Not for him.
Yeah, but funny for everyone else. You know what's going to happen now? He's on a slippery rock.
Yes.
He's going to end up slipping and breaking his ankles when he'd have been better off just getting wet feet. Here we go. Oh, big moment there. It's going to drive through the river. I'm going to go so slow to extract the maximum amount of enjoyment. In fact, wait, let's get this on as well. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh, hello. In we go. Oh, frick, okay. It is a little bit deeper than I thought. Lewis would have got very wet. Oh, that was enjoyable. Brief, but enjoyable.
A few moments later.
Wow, we're absolutely ripping down here. I'm loving driving over this kind of stuff. It just feels wicked. Boink. So doing a little test now. How capable is this car when ripping through the forest? And can Lewis mount a camera while I'm doing this? Come on, Lewis. What's the matter with you? Such a professional. There we go, we're on. Oh wow, this thing is absolutely taking all this brutal punishment. It's insanely tough. I don't think that if I had a Land Rover I would be willing to push it like this, but because it's a Toyota, I'm not worried. That could be my downfall though. I'm trying to get to this off-road circuit which is like mud terrain, but I've also got to get a flight very soon, so we are really pushed for time. Hopefully we're not going to encounter the assistant chief engineer. He obviously has less faith in his trucks than I do. I'm just imagining I'm being chased by a militia. Does this feel quite fast down here?
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Okay. This engine's torque curve is just in the right place, that I'm sat pretty much at maximum torque in the rev range, just after 2. Really pulls hard there, which is where you want it to be in a car like this. So while it might not be the most silky smooth or fastest diesel, it's definitely got enough punch. And the whole body and suspension is doing a really good job over all of this. So this truck has something called mogul control, which when you go through like uneven surfaces like bumps and stuff, it sort of just like levels it off. Right. You're at a fork in the road. Do you take the right fork or do you take the left fork? Right. Bit of a hairpin chicane thing here. Right. Once again, you're at a fork in the road. Should you follow the right path or the left path? I think my destiny's once again down the right path. This is narrow. Oh, so perfect. Well timed. Oh, why have you gone away? Come back, come back, come back. What's that all about? I've come to a fork in the road. Should I take the right path or the left path? There's a theme. I'm going to go right. We've come to a muddy off-road track, so I'm going to put the car into four-wheel drive low, put my mode select into mud, lock my central diff, do my sway bar as well, just because I can. Let's go. Blimey. I should point out that this car's tyres are all-terrains, but they're not particularly off-road focused, more biased towards road use. We'll see how we get on. This looks like it might be a bit serious. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is easy peasy for this. That looks a bit squelchy. Let's power through it. Oh yes, I love that kind of stuff. Right, do you want to stop him here, because it looks like it's going to be a bit watery. Is that drone about to die? Oh, it's so close to the drone. Just power through this bit. Get the momentum up. Oh, this is mega. Oh, I'm going to regret this because I've slowed down behind the other truck. Oh no, it just hauls itself up quite easily. Oh, wait. Oh, this looks like a little bit of a deeper water feature. Whoa, 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 come on! Oh, yes. Well, that was a lot of fun. Despite trying my very best, I didn't manage to kill a Land Cruiser. Oh, oh, oh. So then, what's my final verdict on the new Toyota Land Cruiser? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon you should shortlist it. It's an absolutely brilliant, capable, proper off-roader, but you've got to ask yourself whether you really need that kind of functionality. Because while it is quite luxurious, a normal, more traditional SUV does offer superior levels of comfort. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comments below. Click on the video windows for some more videos and on the CarWow box. So go to CarWow to sell your car the easy way. Thanks for watching.